It was February of 2020 when I first noticed it, and it was this ringing in my ear that I had not experienced before, and it seemed to come on and just be a constant noise, this constant sound. When you watch a movie and there's an explosion and somebody has ringing in the ears, that is the sound, that's the pitch that I hear. So made an appointment to see the audiologist. He was, yeah, you have some hearing loss, but it's nothing really serious, and there's nothing we can really do about it or do for you. So just kind of went on my way. Well, over the next year, things just really started to kind of deteriorate. I found myself teaching in a classroom and turning my head to my good ear so that I could hear everything. When we would have meetings, there are some people that are more soft-spoken than others, and it's a bigger group. And so depending on where I'm sitting and who I'm next to, I wasn't catching everything. And I just really started to feel like it was difficult to go out socially because I couldn't hear, especially in big groups of people. And my husband's in the fire department, and my kids were in sports, and you're just always involved in things, you're always doing things, and it was becoming really detrimental to my mental health. So we actually happened to be in Ankeny for a meeting and saw a commercial on TV for Hope and Hearing Tinnitus Center, and I went, what is this? And my husband said, you need to make a phone call. Tomorrow, you need to make a phone call. I went online and I filled out the inquiry, and sure enough, they reached back by email and said, yes, we'd love to have you come by. So came in, had an appointment, they did all the hearing tests, and everybody was just so incredibly amazing and kind and thoughtful and listened and had an option. So that day, I was fitted and I left with my hearing aids, and we had a big a customer appreciation dinner that we had to go to that night. Sitting down to eat, and I'm like, I can hear. This is incredible. I can understand what people are saying in this big crowded room with all this noise going on. We got home, we walked into this quiet house, and I hear this running water sound. And I looked at my husband and I said, what is going on? Do you hear that? He's like, hear what? I said, the water's running somewhere, there's a pipe burst or something. I don't know, but there's water. He's like, those are your hearing aids. So that's when I knew things were going to get a lot better. So now when I'm sitting at my desk, when I'm doing my work and it's quiet, that's what I hear instead of the ringing that would always get louder and louder and louder. I proudly tell people I wear hearing aids, and you know what? You should too if you're having this experience, because it's life-changing. It sounds so flippant to say, but I'm truly not exaggerating when I say this has been life-changing for me.